Hi.
Hello.
Okay, if you will just jump into sharing your story, just who you are, where you're from, whatever you want to start with.
Hey guys, I am Sheyenne Knox. I'm 20 years old and I'm a presidential diamond. I joined this business 2.5 years ago as an 18-year-old high school student who had only ever had one job in her whole life. I saw Courtney Bohr posting about this business on Instagram and I took the leap within like a few days. I got started and there was a $500 review bonus at the time, and I very red. So I was like, okay, money, I don't know how I'm going to get it, but I'm going to go for it. And I literally sprinted towards that $500 bonus. And so I promoted to executive in my first month, Ruby my second month, and got that $500 bonus. And then 2 months later, I went emerald, and 5 months into the business, I went diamond and earned that $5,000 bonus 3 days after I graduated high school. And so with that, I was able to pay for my tuition in full. I completely put everything into my dorm room. I paid $968 on the first day of school for textbooks that I didn't realize how expensive college was until the first day. I was like, whoa, okay, I'm glad I joined this business because I didn't understand why this business fell into my lap when it did. And I preach this to my team all the time. You don't know why you joined a lot of the times, but you find out really quickly. And right after that, my dad lost his job. And so I had to completely take over all of my bills, take over my brand new car payment that this 18-year-old girl was not really ready to take on. I had to fully pay for everything. And so since I joined it from 18, I've paid for everything. And my parents have not had to give me a single dime. And so right when I moved into school, a big part of my story was I lost rank. Everyone on my team quit. I went from being a diamond, making a hefty 4-figure paycheck, and then bam, it was gone within literally 30 days. That next paycheck, I went straight down to executive. I made like a $200 and something paycheck. And so that was when I kind of, I guess, got into a funk. I hate that word. I hate using it. Never just say, oh, I'm in a funk. Like, I hate that. I just hate it. But that's basically what I was in. And I wasn't really working. I was expecting more of my team. Long story short, over the course of the 7 months I didn't maintain, I was an angry leader. I was mad that only 2 people were showing up on my team Zoom. I was really frustrated that people weren't working, and I would check my downline orders every single day and nothing was being placed, but nothing was coming from me either. I was expecting my team to do all this work, and guys, we know what it takes. We know what hard work can get you, but a lot of us aren't willing to do it. And so I started working and consistently, I completed my steps to success every single month that I wasn't maintaining. And, I didn't completely stop working. I just was not in the right headspace that I needed to be, and I was not ready for double diamond. And looking back on it now, I am so thankful that I went through that really rough time in my business because I was not ready to be a double diamond leader. I was not ready to be any more than a diamond, and God knew that, and that's why I went through that, and that's why I'm able to sit here and tell you the story of how I went to conference that February and I maintained diamond for the first time and finally saw an above average $2,000 paycheck. And then the very next month I went double diamond and saw a $5,000 paycheck. Income disclosure statement here. 3 months later, I went triple diamond. 3 months later, I went presidential diamond. Like, I legit rode the conference fire and we're still riding it. So, it was just a moment where I went to conference, and the biggest thing was I went to Jade's VIP retreat, y'all. And she sat there and told us how people at the bottom of her chart that she never thought were going to do anything were Ashley Mirth, who's an ambassador, who was Sarah Neerman, who was a triple diamond, who was all these people that she didn't think were going to do anything that did everything for her. And so I basically just went home, found that chart. Even after I went double diamond, there was hardly anyone working on my team. I was the sole worker. I never enrolled over 19 customers in my whole life. That's when I went diamond. And when I went double diamond, I enrolled 81 customers and 69 of them were over 80 BB. So, we tell ourselves all the time, I can't mass enroll. I'm not a mass enroller. Everyone else is a mass enroller. Guys, that's a decision. Like, don't tell yourself that you can't mass enroll. If you can enroll 1 customer, you can enroll 100 because they're legit all the same conversations. If you don't enroll a lot of customers, it's because you do not follow up. A big part of my business is following up, and I never seal the deal with customers. I enrolled a customer today that's like the first one in like 6 months, and I posted in my leaders chat because she messaged me and I signed her up within 2 minutes. That never happens. It's all about following up. And so I'm kind of getting on a tangent. I'm pretty bad about that. I talk a lot. Anyways,
You're fine.
I went to Jade's retreat. Hopefully I'm adding value. I'm just like vomiting.
Absolutely.
Went to Jade's retreat. She said that. And also being around, it was a VIP retreat. And I was a double diamond who worked my butt off to get there. Haley was there. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got, I didn't want to make that up and like completely make myself look like an idiot, but I'm pretty sure you were there.
Yes.
We got a call to be able to say you can enroll distributors and you can come. And me and Haley worked our little heinies off to get there. And I am so thankful that I did, because I got to see that people at the top, they're not anything special. They're not, they're great people. I'm not saying anything about their character. I'm saying that there is nothing that is on the inside of them that's not on the inside of you. And it was all a decision. And so I went home. That was in June. The very next month I went triple diamond. And we were over 20,000 away the month that we went triple. And then 3 months later, I was over 20,000 away the month I went presidential. And it was wild. And now we are pushing for ambassador, which is the craziest thing in the world, because the promotion's pretty hard. It's pretty large, and it takes a whole army. But to think that legit, you guys, a year ago in July was when I enrolled all of the leaders that are with me right now. Every single one of them, like literally besides just a few, everyone was enrolled in the summer. So we are headed into the summer months. And a lot of times we have this in our head of like, oh, it's summer, let's slow down, let's do this. Last summer, I didn't even know what the words slow down were. Mark was talking on the family call saying like, don't slow down, it's summer. I'm like, what are you talking about, Mark? We're going, like, I had no idea. And so with it being summer right now, you guys put your foot on the gas. Like that's my team's motto right now is, you can sit here and, pity me, pity that. This isn't working. I'm not promoting. But a year ago, guys, my paycheck was $500. At the very beginning of the month in January, I saw a $456 paycheck. And within 8 months, it was over $20,000. So your life can completely change from a decision and from realizing that you are worth more and you are capable of more than what you think you are, and that your whole life can change within a year.
Okay, well, that was a great start. You were definitely adding value, so thank you for all of that. I do have several questions for you, so I'm just going to jump right in. And these kind of range from being like technical to more, I don't know. We'll just hear it. So my first question is, how do you make sure that you're just being a really great distributor on your own? Like outside of leading your team, how do you show up for your personal business every single day?
I think the biggest thing is because whether you have one person on your team or 100,000 people on your team, there are people watching you. And if you want people on your team to be successful and to enroll and to do the things that you're expecting of them, you have to do those things. That's why I lost rank, was because I was like, okay, team, message 100 people, post every single day, make your own captions, do this, do that. We didn't have stories then, so I don't really know how we enrolled customers, but we did. And I was telling them all this stuff. I wasn't doing it. I wasn't enrolling as many customers as I thought that they should. I wasn't messaging 100 people a day. I maybe messaged 2. Like I was not doing those things, and so I didn't get anywhere. Like at the end of the day, like you join this business for money. And you join this business to be successful, but very early on, you'll realize that you have to be a selfless leader over selfish. You have to do what you expect your team to do. And if they see you, and I know that you think they don't see that you're not working, but if you're not working, Haley knows you're not working. Your team knows you're not working. You know you're not working. Everyone knows you're not working. There's no hiding it. There's really not, because the proof is in the pudding. And if you're not working consistently every single day, talking to people, enrolling customers, putting one foot in front of the other, then people know. And that's going to radiate. Like, how many of y'all drop a 1 in the comments if you can feel the energy of people on your team? Like, you're like, okay, she's not working. Okay, she kind of feels off. Or, okay, she's super hyped. You can feel energy off of people. Even just in your circle and your friends and family, you can tell, like, okay, I'm not, I don't know. Like, I feel, So your team knows. So you have to be the one that's going to work every single day. So I show up and be the best distributor for myself, because not only do I need to make sure that my team knows that I'm there for them, but the people that are on my social media also have to know that I'm the best distributor in networks. I'm not, but I want them to think that. And I want them to see that I'm consistent. I've had people join me that are like, I've been following this other girl for a long time, but she like never posts. You think they don't care about stuff like that, but they do. I had a girl message me the other day and join me on the spot and was like, I've been following this girl and she's probably going to be mad, but you post every single day and you seem like such a good leader to your team. And not to toot my own horn, but I am consistent. I post about this business every single day. And I know that that's why I'm where I am, is because I never allowed myself to expect my team to do it if I wasn't going to.
Absolutely. Okay, so going more into your leadership, you said at the beginning that you were very red, and I am too. So something I kind of want you to touch on is just overall, how do you lead your team? But being a red leader and having people on your team who are different colors, how do you kind of maneuver that?
Okay, so I had no idea what color personality tests are. If you know what color personality test is, shake your head, because I can pretty much see your faces. Okay, so you should know your color, and if you don't, you can just Google the color personality test. I'm pretty sure like the James is in the name. It's Haley can find it for you. I'm legit 50% red, 50% yellow, which is very contrasting. I'm like, heck yes, like let's get some work done. But wait, I need to cry because I'm emotional. Like I'm like so 50-50. But I didn't know what that was at first. So I thought I was just an asshole. Honestly, when I joined, I was like, man, like I need to chill out on these people. But it was just because I'm so driven. Like I know what I want, and I am not willing to let anything come in between that. But just because you're not red, maybe you're 100% yellow. Like I feel like Haley's pretty yellow. Yellow is probably your number one color, right?
No, it's red.
Oh, well, you're just so nice. So maybe that's why I think so.
I'm like the whole rainbow, honestly. I like have so much of everything.
Okay, well, I feel like you're yellow because you're so kind, but apparently
People tell me that all the time, and it's so funny.
It's because you're Southern and you're just sweet. So anyways, you need to know your color, but if you're not red, it doesn't mean you're not successful. Like you have to find the power in your color. Like if you're yellow, you should have been on the Zoom that Amber Parker posted last night. I was bawling, like legit bawling, and you need to go watch it. But alongside of that, I just want you to understand that like I lead my team, and at first I led my team harshly, and I was like, you need to do this, and you need to do this, and this, and this, because that's me. That's what I do. I have to talk to myself that way. Sometimes I have to like cuss myself out of bed. It's fine, but that's what works for me. But me doing that, I realized so many people quit because they thought I was like a drill sergeant. People are intimidated by me, but if you really knew, I would cry if I knew that. Like I'm literally such a baby. But it's because I use my color language to work my business, and I lead based on what color they are. Like Sheyenne, she's at my house right now. She's a triple on my team. She is so green, it's painful. I literally took the color test. I have 1% green. Okay, I know nothing about the compensation plan. I don't care about any details. If I get in the car, I'm not going to ask where we're going because I don't care. She has to know everything. So when it comes to me leading her, I'm like, okay, here's a video to explain what I just said. Okay, here's the comp plan. Figure it out. Like you learn to lead people based on what they are, and you have to get familiar with it. I did not wake up knowing the color test. I did not wake up being able to analyze people right away. For a while, I sent people the color test when they joined so that I could figure out the way that I could lead them the best. But pretty soon you figure it out. The people that ask you 1,000,005 questions are probably green. The people who are like, well, I just want to do this to help people feel better, they're yellow. People that are like, how do I make money? I'm going to join right now, but I need $99 quick. I'm like, yes, you're just like me. Like you just feel it, and you're able to lead people the best that way. But for a long time, I didn't lead people based on what they wanted. And you can't go to a yellow and yell at them and say, you need to get your ish together. Like you have stuff you're about to promote. They'll shut down and leave so fast. Like certain people need to be led a certain way. And at the end of the day, once you figure out who is on your team and what they need, unfortunately, I enroll a ton of blue people. I don't know why, because I'm like the least fun person. I sit at my house every day and I do not need to be social. And everyone I enroll goes out every single night and they're so social and I'm not. So I have to really learn, and it's hard. Like it's a big growth, but that's my job. You know, if I want to go ambassador, be an ambassador diamond leader, make $30,000 a month, I'm going to have to figure out how to lead people that make me uncomfortable, because that's how I grow. So just basically knowing your color language, knowing the people on your team and how to lead them best. And if you don't know how, always reach out, because there's certain things that I wasn't doing for a long time. And I was like, why does this person shut down every single time I tell them to move their head from their butt? Like, what's going on? But it's because I figured out what they needed from me.
Yeah. Okay, so how do you, like, what do you feel like is the balance between, you know, it's your promotion, it's your goal, you're going to make it happen. And also sometimes, you know, we find ourselves in a position where maybe we feel like no one on our team is working, or we feel like we're the only person who wants it. Like, what's your balance there?
Get over yourself. For a long time, you guys, I was the only person working on my team. A long time. legit until I went double. I had 2 people on my team working, and it's this girl in this room right here who was going for Ruby, and some other girl who enrolled a 383 BB customer, and that was it. Okay. I don't know where that customer came from. I'd like to enroll some of those, but that was it. Okay. And I went double diamond. I enrolled new blood every single month. I completed my steps to success. I got new distributors, and I poured into them like they were the only person on my team. And if they didn't want to work, they didn't want to work. I didn't care because I was so blinded by I'm going double diamond because I'm tired of being broke. That's about it. Like I was so fired up. There is so much that can happen with momentum. If you create the energy from the inside out and you radiate that, I mean, this is a kind of a thing on comparison. When I went diamond, so many people followed me because I was an 18-year-old diamond, because apparently that's wild. I was so young, and I attracted so many people, and then I lost rank, and I felt so ridiculous and useless, like saying I was diamond. People still thought I was diamond. They still thought I was rolling in dough and that I was like the coolest distributor ever, and I was making $200. Like they didn't know, but I didn't let anybody know. I didn't let anybody know that I was struggling. I didn't let anybody know that I wasn't maintaining. I put on a show and I faked it until I made it, until I was a double diamond, until I was rocking my business, because I wasn't going to sit there and throw a pity party every single day that I wasn't getting where I wanted to be, because at the end of the day, we get paid by enrolling customers and enrolling distributors. And if I did that every single day and tried to, maybe I didn't enroll every single day because that's unicorns. Don't get mad if you don't enroll every day, because no one does that, okay? I don't do that either, and that's not how you get to where you want to be. But I worked every single day, and I enrolled a leader, and I enrolled a leader. And I'm telling you what, last year in July, when I enrolled like 15 of my best people on my team right now, I didn't know they were going to work. I honestly thought they were going to be duds, because I expect that of I don't have any expectations of people when they join, not because I don't believe in them, but because I'm not going to set myself up for failure. I'm going to lead every single person, and if they start taking off, I lock arms with them, but I didn't have that. So when I realized I wanted to promote, why do you want something so bad? Is it for your kids? Is it because you're tired of being broke? Is it because you know that there's more to life? What is it that you want so bad that sets your soul on fire and allows you to not go to bed at night without getting your work done because it means that much to you? That's what you have to think about every single day when you want something bad enough, and stop sitting there and saying, well, no one's working. I don't care if no one's working. That's not news to me. I knew that. I knew no one was working. So if I sat there and told myself that every day, what was I going to get from that? Nothing. You don't get anything from sitting there and saying negative stuff every day. But instead, if you take that no one's working and say, I'm going to find people who will work, you will have a fire to find people that want this business like you do. But if you sit there every day and say, oh, well, this person's not working, and oh, yep, another one bit the dust. Great, just me, still me, building a dead leg. Okay, that's what you're going to think every single day, and how fun is that going to be to work a business like that? It's not. So get your chart out, fill it in, get new blood, and work every single day relentlessly and fight like hell for what you want. At the end of the day, you're not going to achieve anything that you don't want bad enough.
Okay, you cut out for a second, but you're back.
Someone called me.
Okay. So have you ever lost your passion for your business or found yourself in a position where maybe you didn't know why you were doing this, and how did you kind of re-spark that and figure out what your why was again?
So I mean, I don't think I ever lost a passion for this business. I did, question if I was old enough, or if I was cute enough, or if I had the right personality, or if I was a leader enough. Like, I questioned a lot about myself, but I've always loved this business. There's different things that we all love. Like, if you feel it's not a passion for something, it's a need for something. Like, yes, I have a passion for this because it's legit changed my life and I have fun doing this every day, but it's because I found the fun out of it. I don't love messaging. I don't have a passion for messaging people. Okay. I hate it. It makes me want to vomit. But those are the things that have low energy, and the things that have high energy are things that keep me going. I hate messaging. No one likes following. No one likes to say, oh my God, I'm so excited to complete my 6 list today. That's not fun. But what's fun is seeing a paycheck that pays your bills, and watching people come over to your house that promoted to ranks that you thought you would never get to, that are on your team and they're that rank. That's what makes you passionate. So if you feel like you're losing your passion, you're not losing your passion, you lost your why. You didn't lose why you want to do this business. You're losing yourself because you don't understand why you're even in this. I joined this business for $100. First month, I made $100, and very quickly I realized I'm going to have to redream a little bit. Then I went to college and I said, I want to pay my tuition in full. I paid it in full, had to redream a little bit. Then I lost rank and had to undream and figure out how to, my dream is to pay my car payment. Like I had to do what was in the moment for me. So what is it right now that you want? Sometimes you have to start with a small goal so that you can have small wins so that you can lead up to big things. I always say have a now dream, a soon dream, and a later dream. What do you want right now? If it's your electric bill because you just got a pink slip, then work hard enough to get a fast start bonus to pay your electric bill. If it's going diamond, that's your soon goal, get out a diamond chart. Ask Kaylee how to go diamond and get it done. And then have a later goal. Do you want to build a house? Do you want to have a third child? I don't know, whatever it is, we're all different. All of our journeys are different too. So you didn't lose a passion for this business. There's not a passion in working. Do you have a passion of going to your 8 to 5 job? Probably not. You probably cry about going. Sometimes I cry about messaging, but I do it anyways because that's what makes me money. That's how I change lives. That's how I find people who join this business with me and change my life in the process from one message. How many of you send out messages and you sign a customer and you're like, woohoo, like you're on a high, man. That's why you do it. You don't do it because you want to. You do it because you need it. And those things that you're doing, every bit of work I do right now is going to pay me for the next 10 years. I enroll a distributor today that locks arms with me, that hustles with me, that's with me for the rest of my life. I sent one message to find them. So it's just a matter on if you're going to push past the things you're not passionate about in order to get to the passion things that you want. So when I decided, I kind of need to get out of this rut and I kind of need more money, I found my passion. I found what I wanted out of this business and it was just my why. And that is what brought the passion along with it.
So if you have someone on your team who's not moving forward, do you assume that it's because they don't know why they're doing this?
Yeah. So okay, we'll do a couple of scenarios. So if I have a new distributor and I tell them to make their first post and they ignore me, I go to them and I say, hey, I know that you're afraid to make your first post. I was too. I call out the elephant in the room in every situation. Even if I wasn't scared to make my first post, I tell them I was because they don't know me. So I tell them, maybe they didn't make their dirt list. Hey, I don't know, because I tell them to make 30 people. Sometimes people don't have 30 friends in their life. And they're like, well, I don't even know 30 people. So I tell them, hey, I didn't know 30 people when I joined this business either. Send me your list of 5 and we'll get started with that. You have to coach people through because you know why they're not responding to you. You know why a potential distributor isn't responding to your follow-up message because they're scared out of their mind. So you message them and you say, hey, I know that you're scared of this business. So was I. It's the same thing if someone's not working. You can vibe off their energy. They're not working. And you don't have to go to them and say, hey, did you send out your messages today? You know they didn't. Don't embarrass them like that. Go to them and say, hey, I know you probably haven't sent out your messages today. Here's a message. Send this out to 10 people and send me screenshots. A lot of people are just confused. A confused sign says no, and then you're back in the same circle that you were in. Go to people and talk to them like they're human beings. If you were in a slump, would you want your leader to come to you and say, hey, why aren't you working? Like, oh my gosh, I noticed you weren't posting today. Is everything fine? No. You would go to them and say, hey, is everything okay? Like, I noticed you're not posting. Like, do you maybe need a post? Like, I can help you come up with something. Be solution-minded. Don't go to them with a problem or don't go to them and be like, well, you're not working. I need a paycheck. That's not going to go very well. You need to go to them and figure out why they're not working because it's probably something you've been through. That's why I love the fact that when you go through hard things, maybe you miss a promotion month after month, or you come up short, or you lose rank. That's my story. And I wouldn't change a single thing about that. So when my team comes to me and they're saying, oh, well, I'm a little bit discouraged because I lost rank. Or it's the 25th today, for example. I got 500 calls from my team and they're like, well, I'm not maintaining this. I'm like, great, I didn't either. Look at me now. That's my story. And that's a big part of yours. So when it comes to people not working on your team, be a friend to them and not a butthead. Go to them and say, what is going on? Like, what do you need help with? I'm here to help you with anything. If you do that 100 times and they don't, not 100, do not text someone 100 times. A few times and they don't respond to you, know that you helped them and you led them and you poured into them, move on because they know where to find you. If you sit there and text someone over and over and ask them why they're not working and keep leading them and keep building them, you're putting your momentum into them and they're taking it from you. You will literally feed all of your positive energy to someone and then suddenly you've lost everyone on your team and you're literally a black bitter rock because you hate your life and you're not maintaining and no one on your team is working. When if you would have given them a chance, said, okay, I tried to help you. I tried to help you work. If you need me, you know where to find me. Go enroll a new distributor.
So last thing, kind of a two-part question. You lost rank from diamond to executive. So how did you get stuck, unstuck, and explode so quickly? And what did you learn through that whole process?
So honestly, down to like the logistics of it, first I decided there is something so powerful in a decision, you guys. It's kind of scary when I say I'm going to do something because I will legit do anything for it. Like I will go to Walmart and say, buy my wraps with a sign. Like I'll do anything to promote. So if you decide you're going to do something and not just say like, yeah, I'm going to go Ruby this month, and then you don't do any work behind it, obviously nothing's going to happen. You can't just like decide into the universe and it just happen. I decided I was going to do it to go double. I texted Courtney on the first day of the month and I said, hey, I'm going to go double diamond this month. And she was like, you just maintained diamond last month. How's that going to happen? Go for it. Yay. Like I knew she did not believe in me. And I was like, just wait. So my game plan was I filled my double diamond chart. You can't promote if you don't fill your chart. I hustled. I was like, I'm going double diamond. Like who's going to join my team? Like I was talking about all this stuff and I honestly didn't think I was going to go double diamond. But I was talking about it and I was sharing and I was being so loud about where I was going and I was adding to my network so that new people were coming to my page. So first step was I filled my chart. Second step was I literally I went to all these people and was like, hey, we're promoting, like I can't do this without you, like I need your help. Got them to enroll some customers. Didn't really happen. I mean, Sheyenne enrolled 10 customers, someone else enrolled like a few, and then I got that 383 BB customer. It was me predominantly because I was enrolling such high BB customers and upselling. That was the month I discovered that upselling is not scary. I was always afraid to tell people, oh, what if you add this? Because I was like, what if they just tell me no altogether? They don't do that. The worst thing they're going to do is say no. So I learned to add that extra bag of coffee and add that extra package of greens. And I mean, a lot of the products we have now, I'm trying to remember what we even had then. And it was not even that long ago. That just shows the growth we've had. Like it was just a year ago. And so I was just enrolling the customers and filling the boxes, enrolling the customers, filling the boxes. I did not think about anything. I did not look at the number of how far away I was. I did not look at anything. I looked at my chart to highlight and edit numbers and I closed it. And I stayed focused on where I was going. I knew I had to enroll customers, so I would enroll. And then 24 hours later, I would move them. I would enroll. I would move them. Like I didn't focus on what I needed, how far away I was. I just focused on enrolling because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that was going to promote me. So I promoted, and then I asked Sheyenne the other day, she's the only one that was still here that's like around from that moment. So I asked her, I was like, what do you think it was that got the ball rolling for us? And she was like, you were so excited. And we were all so confused as to what you were so excited about that we just like fed off your energy. I don't know what I was excited about, but I think I just knew that I had to do something else other than nothing. Like I had to do something. And so I was just talking about, I was like, if you're not on this team right now, you need to be. There was no reason to be on my team because there was nothing cool going on, but I needed new people. So I was just creating FOMO and just being excited about what I was doing. And so I was getting these distributors and helping them get started. And I was literally texting them every single day on them, calling out the elephant in the room so that they would stay. You know, we're all guilty of it. We enroll distributors. They don't text us back. We forget about them. I didn't give that an option. Like I was on all my new distributors. And so that was a big thing. And I was constantly posting about how I was going to earn this bonus and this and that. And I had enrolled so many distributors and that they were getting fast started. So I had all these fast start bonuses and I was sharing, oh, $400, oh, $200. And that's the only way I was paying my bills was fast start bonuses. Legit paycheck of $200 wasn't going to do much. So I had to figure out how to make money in fast start bonuses. God bless those things. And so I just did what I was supposed to. Like there's not a secret sauce ever. The secret sauce is consistency. That's all I got for you. There's no certain message or special trick that I do or I don't pay my distributors to work. Like there's nothing cool that I have to share with you. It's just that I work consistently every day. And I knew that I didn't enroll for weeks sometimes. I didn't enroll consistent distributors. I didn't, I wasn't on my A game all the time, but what I was consistent. I posted every day, even if it got me no results. I messaged 150 people or as many people as I could get throughout the day. And if I didn't get responses, I kept going. I didn't expect to get wins. I saw this quote the other day, and I'm going to find it because I'm going to read it to you because I was like, ooh, that slaps. Wow. I posted it yesterday, so it can't be that far back. It says, people will work 10 years for minimum wage, but get mad and quit their own business because they're not making $10,000 a month in 30 days. You go to your 8 to 5 every day, I'm sure, expecting to know you make $8 an hour or whatever your hourly pay is. we do this business every single day and I work it every single day, knowing I'm not going to get paid for what I'm doing that day. But what I am going to get paid for is I'm going to get paid for it 90 days later. You work now and you get paid for it later. That's why many, many people do not stay in this business and are not successful, is because they don't work because they are not getting immediate results. All of my promotions happened over the course of 90 days. So every single one of you, when you get off this Zoom, need to have a 30-day goal, a 60-day goal, and a 90-day goal. And don't say, I want triple diamond. I'm not talking, triple is an output goal. What is your input goal? Triple's going to happen if you're doing all of this stuff in between. So if you're working every single day and you have a 30-day goal, so say you're going diamond. This 30 days, you're going to pop a ruby. In 60 days, you're going to pop the emerald. And in 90 days, you're going to go diamond. You have to break it down and look at it in pieces so you can have small wins in order to achieve a big win. Our team is doing a 90-day push right now. June was the first month, and we have girls going ruby and emerald right now. So you want to keep that pace going to where they're going ruby and emerald now, so then they can go emerald and diamond, and they can pop the other ruby, and then in the 90 days, they're going diamond. So it's just kind of a decision on, when you're going to hit that ball up, when you're going to decide you're going to do the work consistently, knowing you're not going to get paid every single day for it, and knowing that if you do this business every single day, hard working. Amber Parker, she's a part of corporate now. She's Ambassador Diamond. She said that she joined the business and went ruby in 45 days and saw her paycheck and texted her leader and said, I'm quitting. She's like, I did not work 45 days like this, traveling across the country, doing all these wrap parties to make a $400 paycheck. And she called her upline. Her upline was said, do the exact same thing for 45 more days. And on March 15th, 45 days later, she went diamond. So if you can stick it out, even through the moments that suck. I lost rank and I could have quit, but I wouldn't be presidential. I wouldn't have all the VIPs on my team. I wouldn't be going ambassador because I could have quit. And it's so selfish for anyone to ever think, oh, I'm going to quit, because you have people underneath you that may have quit right now, but they're going to come back. She quit for 6 months. She's triple. The first distributor I have enrolled quit for 6 months. She's going double. People quit. Don't burn your bridge, because they may come back, and you may have these people that just come rally together, and in the moment that they're meant to, God has a plan for everything. And sometimes it's not our plan, and sometimes we don't understand, but every bit of my story, I wouldn't change a bit of it, because that is what got me to the point where I said, you know what, I'm going double diamond. I started enrolling. I decided I was going to do it. I shouted it out every single month. For diamond to double, it took me 10 months. Every single month I said, Team Knox, going double diamond, May 2017. I missed it. Okay, June 2017, going double diamond every single month. And I was an idiot because I wasn't even working. Like, I was embarrassing my own self. And then March, I shouted it out, and I was like, people are so not going to take this seriously, and I'm just going to come up out here and I'm going to say I'm actually double diamond. And I did. And so many people joined me, because some people are going to join you when you shout it out and you give them hope, because sometimes you're the only hope they have in their life. So if you're saying, I'm earning a $10,000 bonus, it doesn't matter if you earn it or not. They saw that you had the potential and they joined you over it. And some people have to watch you do it. So don't be that person that's going to shout out every single time, you're going diamond, you're going diamond. Actually do it, because then you're going to get more people to join you. And then when you help other people do it, then some other people join you. Everyone joins you off a different thing. That's why you constantly have to shout it out, say where you're going, do the thing, and then teach others how to do it, because that's how you will eventually reach the top, is by teaching other people how to do it too. So decide what you want, figure out a game plan, and work consistently every single day, even if you don't expect to get paid 24 hours later.
So good. Okay, so that's all the questions I have, but I know you've poured so much goodness into us, but do you have anything else you want to say? It is month end, so if you want to talk on that, but also just moving forward, anything in general, anything that's on your heart that you want to share with us.
So something I was talking about my team, because I have a leader Zoom after this, that at the end of the day, we are the fire on our team. This summer can either be the worst summer in your business, or it can be the best summer. You have full control over that. You have control on whether you pay your bills with this. You have full control on whether you enroll distributors. You have full control on whether you go diamond or not. It's not Haley's decision. It's not mine. It's not Mark's. It's not anybody else's but yours. So if you want to promote this summer and you want to pay those bills and you want to get out of debt and you want to stop struggling, decide that you want it and stop quitting on yourself. Like, you have every bit of control in this business to be just as successful as me, just as successful as anyone else in this company, just as successful as Haley, like anybody. But you just have to decide that you want something bad enough, because it's worth that. You're worth that. Your why is worth that. So start focusing on what you want over the next 90 days and get it done. And with it being month end, it is the 25th, but you can either crush it, you can be consistent, you can say, okay, this is just a number, I'm going to get it done. It doesn't matter. I did a Zoom last night for my leaders. She went from diamond to presidential in 3 months, and she enrolled 7,000 BV on the last day of the month. And a lot of you would be like, oh, she's a unicorn, I can't do that. Why can't you? Like, why is it our first instinct to say, oh, that's not something I could do? Do you think she thought she could enroll 7,000 BV on the last day? No. Do you think she was going to go from diamond to presidential in 3 months? No. Do you think I thought that I was going to go triple in 3 months and presidential in 3 months after that? No. There's nothing that stands in the way of what you want except you. You're the one who creates the limiting beliefs. Haley doesn't tell you you're not capable. You do. Haley doesn't tell you that you can't go diamond. You do. I didn't just tell you that you couldn't enroll 7,000 on the last day, but you automatically thought that, didn't you? I know that because I heard that and I was like, wow, like that's wild, but anyone can if she can. We have full reign of everything. Like, you're literally holding the horns of the bull and you've just got to go with it. Like, it's literally all you. It's all your decision. If you need to pay certain bills, or if you're tired of being in debt, or if you want to go diamond, or whatever your why is or what your reasoning is, you've just got to do it, because I can't do it for you. Haley can't do it for you. No one can do it for you except you.
That's so good. Thank you so much. This was awesome.
You're welcome.
I just love you so much, and I appreciate you pouring into us. This was awesome for me, and I know it just added so much value to everybody on here. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and
good luck, everyone.
We can't wait to watch you promote again.
Bye.
Bye.